Hey, so here we are.
Did the video start?
The video started.
Oh, I thought I'd be able to see it on the monitor.
Oh, it's right there.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
welcome to the Andy and Dardar show,
Hey, welcome to the Andy and Dardar show.
or the Dardar and Andy show,
Yeah,
whichever.
Dardar and Andy show.
We're glad you're here, and we have a few minutes of yesterday's diving trip queued
Yeah,
up to share.
yeah, because everybody likes home movies. Let me see.
Well, that was nice work getting all of that prepared from yesterday to today.
Thank you. Let me go and get that started over there.
Okay, nice. So, since water activities are open in Playa del Carmen, Andy and I were able to have our first scuba diving day since quarantine, which happened almost 3 months ago. We were diving in Cozumel, and yesterday we went out here with Diversity Diving out to a couple of reefs, and Andy put together a little video. He actually got up very early this morning to get this knocked out.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
So
yeah. So that's the boat, and you can see that the Sargassum is on the beach, and there we are underwater.
So when we first started, well, when you first started diving, you had kind of a knockoff GoPro.
Right.
And after 3 years of using that camera, you had proof of concept that you would use it and you liked it. So you actually upgraded to the actual GoPro.
Yeah, yeah.
So these are all GoPro photos.
I know, they look a lot better, don't they?
I think they look better, and I was tasked with lighting.
Yes.
So I was crew girl for a little bit of this, but
Yeah.
yeah, it looks cool, right?
Yeah, look at all the fish.
So this is what it looks like underwater, folks. If you've never been scuba diving,
Yep.
you can't imagine what's down there until you get down there, and
Right.
all manners of the tiniest little sea creatures you can see.
Yes. Some not so tiny, some pretty tiny. We had pretty good fortune. We saw a turtle. This is actually footage of a turtle. You can see him taking off.
Yeah, you get closer here. He was a medium-sized turtle. He wasn't like one of the really big ones
No, it was
I've
kind of
seen
small.
in Cozumel, but he was cool. He was pretty. And I actually got a better look of the shell of the turtle than I have with any past turtles before. So it's cool.
Oh, was this the closest you got?
No, this isn't no.
No, you've been closer.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to see the
Well,
turtle.
I didn't do any
He's going.
camera work. You did the camera work. So
Yeah.
I was never, I couldn't do it. I'm not an experienced enough scuba diver. There you are.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna do the cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. I'm such an idiot.
You're cha-chaing for the camera?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, we went with Diversity Diving. We had 2 instructors with us. So confidence levels were high.
Yes, we had lots of people looking after us.
Awkward, yes. It's so awkward when you start, and I'm still, trying to find my buoyancy and my skills, my fin skills, and
Yeah, you didn't need that extra weight on the back of on the top of your tank. It was making you lean over, but that's okay.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, it's hard once you're in the water to think about what adjustments you need to be making. You're really trying to work with what you have.
Yes.
Because there you are. We did one dive at 90 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? And then the second dive was only 45 feet, so it was an easier dive.
Right. Oh, this was a little shrimp that was inside of an anemone.
Yeah, he's up in there. You have to get really close to see him.
He's over there, kind of he's right in the center. Anyway.
But something else that when you get real close, you see how as you back away with camera, everything turns to that brown color.
Yeah.
But when you get up in there and look really close at the things that are in the water,
you
see all
detail.
the colors.
Yeah.
You see the colors that are there, but you don't see them from afar.
That's another shrimp living inside a hole. So this is a statue. It's a conch shell / Virgin Mary that our dive master said was the last virgin in Playa del Carmen.
Right.
Because he's classy like that. So.
Well, it was funny because he looked at me like, You think that's funny, right?
Like, you think that's funny, right? You're cool. You're cool, right?
The last virgin in Playa del Carmen. And I
Yeah.
was like, probably.
Oh, wait, hold on. You cheese out here in a second. There you go. Look at you. Everything's okay.
I was like, that was a good dive day. It was so nice to be in the water. It's been
Finally.
like 3 months.
Oh, that's one of those lionfish right there. It was a pretty big one too.
Yeah, and so the lionfish are an invasive species. They're
Yes.
trying to get rid of those because the lionfish eat all the other fish. They have big territories, and they feast on the other fish, and
they'll just put them in their mouths and not eat them. Sometimes they just kill them and spit them
Really?
out. Yeah, there's hey.
because they're territorial.
They're territorial. They just suck.
Well, there's a place over on Cozumel microbrewery that has pizza that serves lionfish pizza. So the guys go out and spear them and bring them in, and they cut them up and have them on their pizza.
Here's another little fish that I saw that I thought he let me get kind of close, so I took a picture of him.
That's not a puffer fish.
No, I forget what he's called, and Megan will be so upset with me because I forgot.
Need one of those charts.
I need a little
You should
chart.
have a chart.
Yeah. And let's see. Oh, we're still okay.
There we are. We're okay.
Yeah.
So in scuba diving, you check in with your diving partners and you let
them know
everybody know we're okay.
Yeah.
So this is what we did yesterday. That's just a few
That's the
minutes.
that's the seaweed.
That's the sargasso that's at the top of the water, and we're getting ready to surface, so we're trying to move away from that patch.
This is us surfacing. Hey, look, it's me.
Well, that's such a cool shot.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we all are.
Here comes the boat.
Oh, yeah, you got a couple minutes of us getting back on the boat.
Yeah, there's a captain. Cappy. Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Just kind of sticks my GoPro with my shit.
So when you get to the surface,
there you are.
Well, the dive guy will let the buoy out. Oh, look.
You lost your earring.
He said, "Oh, you're like a pirate. You only have one earring."
Hey, that's us afterwards.
What's up? Cocktails after diving.
Cocktails after diving. Hello.
I look a little sunburned.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
It was fun. It was a good day. We were so happy to be out and about. I mean, it's like people. We're like people. Oh, did it go? You have to switch it back? Okay. So Saturday morning, I got up early, and me and a girlfriend snuck in onto the beach and did an early morning swim because it's, water activities are allowed.
Are allowed.
We
reduced capacity, but allowed.
Yes. So the two of us went out to a local beach down the street.
Right.
Got in the water. We did an 800-meter swim, which for people around here that do open water swimming, 800 meters is like, they're warm up. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, half a mile.
Yeah.
Probably warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So, but we went and did our swim, and we were so excited because we have been postponing it week after week after week, waiting for them to open the beaches. And so when they allowed the water activities, we're like, we're going to go for it
doing
today.
it.
So we got that knocked down on Saturday morning, and then we got up early on Sunday to go diving. So it was a busy weekend.
Well, you're not allowed to be on the beach. You're allowed to go do your water activities. So
Right.
you're allowed to cross the beach.
Right.
You're just not allowed to.
You can't be lingering.
Right. Malingering in
You
your
can't
case.
be, you can't put out a towel and sunbathe. You
Yeah.
can't hang out on the beach, but you can get to the water to do your activities. And they opened that up because a lot of people were losing livelihood because of fishermen.
Right.
People wanted to get out. There's some places around here that rent stand-up paddle boards and kite surfing and all that kind of stuff. So they wanted those people to be able to open up businesses.
I think that the risk is super low, I mean, I hope so. I don't know. We went and sat on that boat. There was only 6 people on the boat, and it was a big boat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it was,
we're pretty separated. I try not to blow too much snot on people as it's coming up.
You do blow snot, but they had hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Everybody was offered hand sanitizer.
Yes.
And I had my little Lysol wipes, and I didn't wipe anything. But, the reports are vitamin D helps, humidity, heat, sunshine, all those things.
Not having diabetes.
Not having diabetes. And so trying to be healthy really lowers your risk. So I was excited. I mean, I felt like a normal person again for the first time since this all happened
Getting out there and
over the weekend.
mixing it up.
Yes, and I was like, oh my God. And then we went out and had drinks and dinner, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is like so old days.
Yeah.
And last night I was exhausted.
Yeah, we collapsed.
I was like, I have not done this much stuff in, well, forever.
Yeah, and we rode our bikes everywhere.
Yeah, and then we rode our bikes everywhere. I had to ride like a mile just to get to the beach where we went in to go swimming.
Yes.
And I'm sore. I was sore today, number one.
Yes.
Well, diving's hard work, managing that tank on the boat and in and out of the boat and all that. I mean,
getting up and down the ladder and yeah.
So I was sore today. Were you sore?
My back's a little tight, but other than that, I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was tired though.
Yeah.
I went down pretty hard last night.
I was like, woo, thank goodness it's Monday. We can stop the madness.
Yep. Yeah,
But we enjoyed it a lot. I mean.
And we actually went and so on Friday, we went to the co-work.
Yes.
Right, because the housekeeper is cleaning, and we were doing testing for my audit, my remote audit, and after that we went and had some Brazilian steak.
Yes.
Right. And man, were they all about the safety, which is great.
Yes.
But so you had to soak your feet in sanitizer, your shoes in sanitizer on the way in, and then they made you fill out a survey or a questionnaire, and where you been and how you feel, and they took your temperature, or they sanitized your hands.
They did the same thing when I went to the dentist.
Oh, really?
All of those
the same
precautions,
thing?
yeah.
And everybody's like,
but this is just to sit down at a restaurant.
Sit down at a restaurant. And they had strict rules that if you were ever out of your seat, you had to wear a mask, right? You couldn't go to the buffet, but rather somebody would serve you from the buffet.
Okay, so what they had was a taped line all the way around the buffet that was probably like 3 feet from the buffet.
Yeah.
So for me as a buyer of the buffet, from the buffet, I had to stay behind the line 3 feet all the way around the buffet.
As a chicken salad enthusiast.
Yes. And then the server had my plate inside the line next to the buffet. And then I would point to the items that I wanted and tell them how much, I wanted more or less, or if I wanted something extra dressing, And so that's how you went around the buffet.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like just
peering over the line. Like, try not to,
and not to get in trouble. And then when you're finished, when you've completed your buffet viewing and in service, they hand you your plate, and then you walk back to
you walk back. And then they took away the little card that you flip up and down to say more meat or less meat, because I guess lots of people would end up handling that thing, and that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, a lot of restaurants here we've been to have gone to the paperless
electronic
menu.
menus. Yeah.
So you put in the QR, you do your phone and get the QR code.
You try.
Yeah.
You try to put in the QR code, and eventually maybe one of us will get the menu if the URL works.
Or part of the menu.
Or
yeah. Like yesterday we got the food menu, but not the drink
menu.
But
not the drink menu. And then
so, they're working out the kinks.
Yes.
What can we say?
Kinks meaning, half the waiters wear the masks and half don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
lots of them have their nose
But
sticking
it was
out.
funny because when we were at the Chapultepec, the cerveceria at Chapultepec, this lady was like, this woman was standing like right next to me, and she had her mask pulled down around her neck, and she's just like talking right at me, and I'm thinking, put your mask on.
Put your damn mask on. You're poisoning me.
And I'm like, man, how times have changed, because I'm not, weird about germs or anything, but it was kind of weirding me out that she was talking right over me.
Yeah.
So
you haven't
I think
changed.
everybody just has to get used to the new normal, and that's what everybody's calling it.
You haven't changed. The germs changed, maybe.
That's true. The germs have changed. They're more aggressive, and they're deadly, and they're scary, and they're coming for us, man.
Yeah, they are coming for us.
They're coming for us.
So what? What did I want to tell you? Oh, you wanted to talk about? Do you want to talk about that?
We want to talk about diving a little bit.
Yeah.
How we got into it.
Yeah.
And for us, as a couple, you put the first foot forward.
Yes.
It kind of started, the ball was in your court. So what was it that got you interested in starting this?
Well, I've always been fascinated with underwater, right?
Did you ever want to be a marine biologist?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think everybody did.
Everybody wanted
There
to be a
was
marine biologist
there
at
was
some
a
point.
certain age group that I don't know if it was Jacques Cousteau
It was
or
Jacques Cousteau, yeah, and I love watching Jacques
everybody
Cousteau.
wanted to be a marine biologist at some point in their lives if you're within a certain age group.
So I wanted to be a marine biologist for a long time. I was fascinated by whales, not so much by sharks. I was petrified of sharks, as everybody was that watched Jaws. I think that any Steven Spielberg, I don't know if he's already apologized, but I think he has.
Really?
Yeah, I think he has.
He's
So,
like, I'm too good at what I do.
well, he really fucked it up for like a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
he
people who like
did.
the
A
ocean,
whole
a whole
generation
generation.
of
So,
people.
yeah, there's a lot
I
that.
think I was like 10 or so when I saw that movie with my cousin, and I've never been the same since.
Yeah.
What were my parents thinking letting me go to that movie?
They weren't. They weren't. They were just being mean.
They were like, how bad could it be, I guess, because that was whatever.
Yeah. And so anyway, so I was always fascinated with whales. So I was really into researching about whales and all that stuff. So I always wanted to be a marine biologist. I like to swim. I started swimming when I was super, super young. And then like I didn't really follow up on it, like, because it's me. And I ended up trying to get certified when I was in college. And I wasn't able to finish it for a variety of reasons. So then a lot of time went by, and you and I decided to do this remote working thing. And we said, okay, we definitely want to stay at the beach sometime. So when we did that, I'd already started thinking, it's like, well, when we go to the beach, I'm going to get certified as a scuba diver because it's something to do, and it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So
a water sport.
A water sport, yeah. So we went to Puerto Vallarta, and I got certified with Banderas Scuba because it's the Banderas Bay and it's Banderas Scuba. And my instructor is this French guy, really nice, named Frank. And yeah, the diving in Puerto Vallarta is like very good. So it's colder, but it's a lot. Lots of sea, and they have some really nice formations and great fish. So I got my PADI open water certification there. And I remember you were not on board with for you.
No, because at that point I was still the person that didn't get into the ocean where the water was over my head. If I couldn't touch the bottom or I couldn't see the bottom as well,
no go.
Then that's as far as I'm going.
Right.
I was still at that point then.
But I was into it, so I did that, and then I said, okay, what's next? I'm having a lot of fun, and so the next thing that I did was I got the advanced open water certification, which is
you started on a certification route,
yeah, because I want to be able to dive deeper,
right?
I guess at least because you haven't gone as deep as because anyway, so I got the advanced.
No, because your shark dive, I think, is your deepest dive.
No, it was a cenote.
Oh.
And then we did a special, Goose and I did a special deep dive when I got my deep diving specialty.
Yeah.
He went down to like 145 feet.
Oh, okay.
So he went 50 feet below where we were.
Wow.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
So
how many safety stops do you have to do?
Just one. It's only ever one. Yeah.
Oh, there's only ever one.
But you only have like 4 minutes of bottom time. So you get down there and it's basically one of those bounce dives.
Okay, I
see.
So
we got all the way down and immediately started to have to come up, and we came up with the slope of the seafloor. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So these are 4-story, 5-story if you include the penthouse. So you figure those are 50 feet. More or less.
It's a lot of water on
It's
top
like
of you.
3 times that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how far down you are. Anyway,
that's
a
lot of water.
That's a lot of water. Yeah, and so I did that. I started my advanced open water in Puerto Vallarta, and then I finished it with my deep certification dives for that one. I did those in the cenotes in over here, near here. That's when I sank into the mud.
Right, I remember. That's its own story.
That's its own story. Like
I told Cindy that story.
135 feet underwater in the mud in pitch black.
Yeah. I'm like, Andy's swimming along and he's wondering why his guide's going up and up and up and up, not realizing he's going down and down and down and down.
So yeah, that was cool. Anyway, at this point, you're still not on board.
No, I'm still like, at this point, I think that's about when I told you, hey, if you there's a special certification for rescue divers.
Right.
rescue diver. It's like the ability to rescue divers,
It's
right?
yeah, it's be you know, it's A, you're supposed to be of use
Yeah,
if there's an emergency, and B, not you're less likely to get yourself into a problem,
right,
right? So you basically know the first thing that they teach you is that don't endanger yourself trying to save somebody else.
mm-hmm,
So if you're not 100% confident that you're going to be able to help,
mm-hmm.
just
Just sit your
go
butt down.
go find somebody who can do it. You
Right,
know, I mean, obviously, try to if there's no other, your first recourse shouldn't be go do this yourself,
right,
and they make you think through the process of what you should think first before just jumping in the water to go get somebody
right.
and just going in because your instinct is like, well, I'm gonna go swim there, either do nothing
Yeah,
or you'll swim over there and try to manhandle the situation.
right.
Then you,
And you can't manhandle things in the water. It
especially
doesn't work that way.
a panic diver,
Yeah,
you know,
you
who
get
may
your both of yourselves in trouble.
yeah, there's a good chance the person outweighs you. It's a lot more frantic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're going to start pulling things off of you. So you need
Right.
to learn how to manage that kind of situation.
Well, and that was part of my fear was what if I get in the water and I have a panic
Right.
attack? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that I could see myself doing that. I've had panic attacks in the grocery store.
Right.
So that was part of my fear was being able to manage myself mentally
Yeah.
um in the water.
Yeah.
And so but I told you if you get your rescue diver certification,
Yes.
I'll consider getting my certification and going diving.
Right.
And then what did you do?
I went and got my rescue diver
I was
certification.
like, he's not gonna do that. And then I swear it was like within the next 2 months you had your rescue diver certification.
Yeah.
And that's when I kind of started thinking seriously about maybe this is something that I can do.
Yeah.
So what happened was I got my Instagram account
Mm-hmm.
and I started following all of these
Lady divers.
Divers,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's a really cool group called Girls That Scuba. I think is yeah, it's Girls That Scuba, and a lot of other scuba divers. And I see all this great time and great footage. And you were bringing home great footage
Yeah.
from your dives. We had people coming to visit us that were going diving with you.
Yeah.
And I didn't have FOMO so much, but I was very desensitized to the fact that, hey, all these people are going underwater
They
and they're
come back.
fine.
They seem to be coming back.
And so I started familiarizing myself with the idea. Like
Yeah.
I started thinking through it, like I can do this. And then, so the Instagram really helped you going diving and bringing back super positive stories, and
Yeah.
then friends and family having great stories. And I was like, okay, I'll start the process because it's a lot of online book work, you
Yeah.
know, to start with. I forgot how many hours. It's like 10 or 12
Yeah,
hours.
something
That's a
like
lot
that.
of hours you
Yeah.
put in on the online training.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, so it was a commitment.
Mhm.
And what I told you was I'll do each step and see how it goes. And if at any point I become uncomfortable and I need to quit, I will,
Mhm.
because I'm going to start it and then just see how far I can go if I can get to the end.
Right.
So I did all the online training and I focused on that for about a week. And it took that, you know, every day sometime, a
Mhm.
full week to finish that. And we were in Playa last fall. And I found a dive shop right down the street.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you were like, you're not diving with my dive shop.
You're not diving with my dive shop. There's like 40 of them for you to choose from. Just go pick somebody else.
Because why? Why did you tell me that?
Because you could be a bit of a challenging customer sometimes.
I'm a tough customer.
A tough customer. And I don't want anything to go haywire with my relationship with my dive shop because I really like diving with these guys.
I know. And you were like, you can't go over there and start twisting off on people.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, I could totally see that happening.
Mhm.
So you're right. I'll find my own dive shop. So I found one just that was like 2 blocks from the apartment.
Yes.
And they had excellent reviews. It was a Blue Dive, I think it was.
Blue
was the name of it.
something. Yeah.
And so when I finished all the online stuff,
Mhm.
I went down there and signed up for my training. And they take you to a pool.
Yep.
And so you start your water training in a pool.
Mhm.
And so you start with the simplest of exercises, which is you have your tank and your regulator, and you put your head underwater and you just breathe in your regulator.
Yeah.
In and out and in and out. So you start having the feel of what it what it is to breathe from the tank.
Right. They want to make sure you're not going to lose your shit.
Really?
Just by having your head underwater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've heard with instructors say that they have had people just like who will fib and say that they have all of
this experience or confidence or ease in the water or anything like that, and they do not.
And they don't.
Yeah.
And then that puts everybody in a bad situation.
Yeah.
So they ease you in, and then you just get deeper and deeper and deeper until you're in, like, I don't know how deep the pool is, maybe 10, 12 feet.
Yeah, pretty good
And
depth,
yeah, and you work on your buoyancy, you know, descending and ascending, and you get to swim around and
taking your mask off and on.
Oh yeah, you learn all of the techniques of clearing your mask.
Very important.
So the
recovering
the
drills your regulator.
The drills get more and more complicated. Yep. So you start with just breathing in and out in a regulator. Yeah. So by the end, some of the more difficult drills are you take all your gear off, your vest and everything, your regulator, and then you have to put it all back on underwater.
Yeah.
But it's done in such a way that you work your way up to there, and it's
theme of the
doable.
Story. Yeah, they ease you into it.
Yeah, baby steps. Yeah. Baby steps. And then, so after the pool training, I think there was 2 days of pool training, 4 hours each day. I think that's right. And there were 3 other people in my class.
Right.
This really awesome couple from Vancouver who were so cool. They were just this young couple from Vancouver visiting.
Very nice.
So it was them 2 and me. So, and we had 1 instructor. And then the last step is to go into the water.
Yeah, into the sea.
Ocean.
Yeah.
And
they ease you into that too. They go nice and shallow.
Yeah.
Right. All you do is you just jump in. They check your equipment really well. You jump in, make sure everybody's floating at the surface, and then they take you down nice and slow to a nice sandy bottom, and you do all the crap all over again.
Yeah.
You know, over the course.
All the same drills.
Yeah, all the same drills.
With your instructor.
Yeah, nice and shallow.
Yes, nice and shallow, but you're now in the ocean.
Yeah.
So it's funny because there's a few ways to enter the water, but the way that we entered the water during these drills is you sit on the side of the boat, and you've all seen it on TV, and then you hang on to all your equipment, and then you just roll back off of the back of the boat. And once I rolled back off of the side of the boat, and then I came up, I bobbed up out of the water, and I was like, I'm going to be okay.
Yeah,
this is going to be okay.
It's very true, because sometimes you just go down and you see like the surface going away from you. It's like, what if it just keeps on going? It's like, it's not. You're super buoyant.
Yeah.
You got a wetsuit, which makes you buoyant.
Yeah.
We're pretty buoyant as it is. Plus, you have a nicely inflated jacket.
Yeah.
So you're going to come back up.
Yeah. Well, and the instructor is really good about everybody buddy checking and ensuring that your equipment's working properly, because that's something that I was afraid of. I'm like, oh, what if I don't turn my air on, you know, or, you know, as a beginner, anything can go wrong.
Yes.
But the system is that everybody helps everybody ensure everything is correct. Yeah. And I just love that. And also the instructors, when you go with a guide or instructor, is very, very good at managing expectations.
Sure.
Right? Like, I need to know what's happening. How deep are we going? What direction are we going in? What are we going to be seeing? It's like, tell me all that stuff so I know, you know, let me know how you're going to signal me to which way we're going. Because one time I did get lost by myself, you know, for like 5 seconds.
Right.
But
in Cozumel.
But it was, you know, I mean, as a new diver.
You would have just ended up joining a different dive crew.
No, I was just going to go to the surface. I'm like, if I don't see anybody about in the next 2 seconds, because we were only at like 40 feet.
No, we were like at 70.
I knew I could get to the surface.
Yeah, you can get up to the surface.
I wasn't out of air.
No, you weren't. You had lots of air.
I had lots of air.
Yeah, but
I just didn't have my peeps.
Yeah, yep.
And then pretty soon, here you come. Whoosh! You just grab me by the back of the harness.
I rescue dove you.
I know. You already rescued me one time. You saved my life.
Well, I don't know about that.
That's what my mom said. She's like, you heard about that man that his wife drowned. I'm like, well, Andy already saved me once.
See?
So I don't think he has any ill intentions.
I don't. I wouldn't hurt a flea. So
anybody that knows you knows that.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it was just baby steps, and now I'm getting to the point. We got our own equipment during the lockdown.
Because gross.
Yeah,
So
like regulator, and we already had our own masks, but
right.
So we took everything out and dove with it yesterday for
Yep.
our first.
Yeah, and my BCD was fine, except that there was a little thing that was not quite tight on it the first dive. But I told the dive master, I said, hey, Goose, I think I have a leak.
Mm-hmm.
He came over and took a look. It's like, yeah, you have a leak on the back of your BCD. Got on the boat, got it all sorted out. Then the second dive was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So I got it was a Dive Right, Aqualight, something. Anyway.
It's a harness BCD.
It's
right?
a backplane and hardness BCD.
Right.
Travel light. Bio, I don't know. Anyway, it's light. It's 6 pounds, which is really a light.
Right. It's a travel BCD.
It's a travel BCD, and
it's nice because
it's all steel.
Mm-hmm.
It's it doesn't have any plasticky crap on it. Anyway, and it's and when you wear it, you don't have anything obstructing your front. Unlike the jacket style BCDs, which get inflated, and you kind of feel like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
This one, everything's nice and clear, so you can get at all your shits in it.
Right.
Which is nice.
So yeah, I was really happy to hear that you had good experience with it.
Nice BCD.
Yeah.
Really nice BCD. And our masks are awesome. You got a little leakage.
I had a little leakage, but I think it's because I was putting it on incorrectly.
Okay.
So really you should put it on your face first and kind of seal it and then put the band on.
Yeah.
I was putting the strap on and then pulling it over my face.
Oh no, that's bad.
I know.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I was having the leakage, but it didn't occur to me until after the day was over. But next time I'll remember.
Yeah.
I need to put that on my lessons learned.
You put on your lessons learned.
So yeah, I had a lessons learned notes from our diving in Cozumel because we had 3 dive days of 2 during that week.
Yes.
And so I had a lot of information that came in handy.
Yeah.
Before yesterday.
You got properly fitted first time around, and so you had lots of good tips.
And I ate a little breakfast.
Yeah.
It's like I need to have something in my belly when I go, and it was a great day yesterday.
Great day diving. Tiring,
oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, yeah, it is tiring because you're lugging around. I don't know how much did those tanks weigh.
I'm supposed to know this by heart.
They're heavy.
They're like 20 pounds.
Really? Yeah. You feel like 100 pounds?
No, you're carrying it's about 30 pounds of gear, all said and done.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe less.
And then you have to get it up on the side of the boat so you can roll off
with the rest of yourself.
It's
yes.
Just it's a lot of
Yeah, we tumble out of the sides of boats. We don't go off a swim ladder or a swim platform.
Yeah.
Which is like in Canada, you don't roll over. You usually go down,
step down. In Canada, you just had to walk to the water.
Sometimes. With all your crap.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But yesterday was wonderful. So if you're watching this and you're in Playa del Carmen, look up Diversity Diving.
Yeah, they'll hook you up.
Yeah, they took real good care of us.
Yeah.
And you've been diving with them since you've been here. That was your first dive shop, right?
Here.
Yeah.
No, I went with Fosea.
No, but I mean here. Oh.
I dove with Fosea first.
Uh-huh.
And I dove with another group up in Cancun, but I dove with Fosea 4 dives.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything about...
They're fine.
They're fine.
They're fine. Whatever, Whatever. Their cenotes guide is fantastic.
Yeah.
He's just a god.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's a
cenote guy.
He's a cenote guy, just like the guy he's got it wired, man.
So I guess as far as choosing your dive shop, it's like you need to find the one that...
And some of these guides will guide for several shops, but I think he's busy enough with Fosea that that's all he does.
Right.
So I like diving with that guy. His name is Jonathan.
Okay.
Yeah, really good guy. But I haven't been cenote diving in a long time now. Since the first year we were here.
And I keep feeling like I'm not experienced enough to go to cenote diving because
don't rush.
The buoyancy thing.
Yes, because otherwise you'll be banging into the roof, and you don't want to be doing that.
Right.
Or you'll be
sinking into the
bottom. Mostly banging into the roof.
Yeah, you went really early in your dive career.
My first deep dive, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, diving. That's how we kind of got into it.
Yeah, and now I am one specialty away from being a master scuba diver.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So. And have you decided on the specialty?
I have not.
Technical diving or?
Well, no, that would be afterwards. So I have to get them. Well, no, I think can do. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
You figure it
I'll
out.
figure it out.
That will be reported on another episode.
Another episode, yeah.
So yeah, so it's been a fun weekend. I spent a lot of time in the ocean, which has been nice because it's been good. And then you've been preparing for your audit, your virtual audit.
Yeah.
You did your simulation audit on Friday.
Yeah, we arranged our office space that we're going to do it out of. We're going to haul all the equipment there on, I guess, Tuesday morning.
Early Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. And get the audit kicked off. I mean, it's not that big a deal. I'm going to take my big monitor, so that's the biggest matzo ball is getting out there.
You're gonna have to. Are you taking a taxi cab over there?
Hell yeah! I'm not taking my 32-inch monitor on my bike. Psycho.
You just strap it to your back.
And
don't fall off your bike.
No.
All I can say.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, and then also last week, I did the trip to Mexico City.
Yes.
So that happened. I did a round trip Wednesday. I left Wednesday midday, spent the evening and the next morning in Mexico City, and then I was back by 7 p.m. on Thursday. So travel during these times is it's probably one level in strictness regarding the airlines that you'll see. There wasn't anything particularly
onerous
about it, more so than any other time. Mm-hmm. There was one other level of protection, which was the forms you fill out for the Mexican, what is it? The Mexican
the Directorate of Civil Aviation.
Yeah, Civil Aviation, where they're tracking everybody that's flying. They want to know where you've been in the last 14 days, if you've been ill, if you've been in contact with people that are ill. So you fill out these forms online and you get a QR code. Everything's going to QR codes now.
Right.
So if you don't have the app, get the app for the QR codes because you're going to need it. So you fill out the form. So that's part of your security pass. Is you have the QR code that they scan because you filled out the form and you've been approved to fly. Mm-hmm. I'm sure if you answered anything bad, like no's to any of their questions, or if you have been in contact with somebody with COVID, or if you've been traveling a whole bunch, or if you have a fever or any of those things, they're not going to let you fly.
Right.
So this QR code, at least in Mexico, it's part of your travel process. You have to, and if you don't do it in advance, they'll have you do it at the airport.
Yeah.
So you can go and fill out the form or do it on your phone, but it is part of the travel process to have that. Mm-hmm. And it's when you go through security and they look at your boarding pass, your passport, and your health, certificate.
Yeah.
So that's where they are with that. Otherwise, social distancing.
Your flight was packed.
My flight was packed. I flew Viva Aerobus, and every seat was taken on the way from Mexico City to Cancun.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about that flight from Mexico City to Cancun is there weren't tourists.
Right.
I didn't see any tourists.
Just people who needed to come here.
I guess so. People for work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a million. Well, there's like 2 million people, and that airport service is like 2 million people.
Yeah.
So
this was Mexico City. So that's a connecting flight from
everywhere,
all over Mexico.
Yeah.
But there weren't any tourists on my flight that I noticed.
That you can discern, right? Yeah. Nobody was wearing a Corona hat.
No.
Or not coronavirus hat.
There weren't any woohoos happening.
Except for you, of course. Yeah.
I'm going home. But the only other difference in service was they had the crew use the restroom in the front of the plane, and all the passengers use the restroom.
What do you think was going on up there?
I don't know.
Party. Good party.
I was like, I was in row 2, and I couldn't go to that bathroom right there. I had to go all the way to the back to go to the restroom, and that's why. I was like, that's not right. That's not right. But whatever. It was great. It was an easy flight.
What do you want them to do? Like go in a Coke can or something like that?
No, I just think that, we're all on the plane together. Why can't we share restrooms? Isn't that what we usually do? We usually all share restrooms.
Yeah.
So,
wish we didn't. I wish they had a restroom just for me, because that would be awesome.
I try not to go to the restroom on the airplanes, but
2.5 hours.
Yeah, and I've already been sitting in the lounge drinking water and wine, and I
Eating
have to
Cheetos,
go.
eating what, Doritos.
Doritos. I was like, confession time. I
Yeah.
had Doritos on the plane, going there and coming back. I'm a very, I'm not a nervous traveler, but when I travel, I like to, it's comforting to like have a snack. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is about traveling that makes me want to eat. And then when I'm not with you, I'm just like,
You tear it up. Tear it up old school.
No, I'm just like, I don't care. I need my comfort foods.
Doritos. Hey, what are you
Like,
gonna do?
like if I'm traveling with you, we can entertain each other or
Yes.
whatever. But
Could I have some wine?
oh yeah, here's your comfort wine.
Yeah, comfort wine. Reservado. It's another one of our sponsors. Where's the
Reservado.
camera?
We drink almost exclusively Reservado.
I can't get it. There, Reservado.
So this wine at Wally World is it's on sale right now, 89 pesos, which is about
$4.
well, closer to $5. $5 a bottle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I don't know because the exchange rate's going like here, pass me that.
Kind of going up and down.
Yes. So the trip to CDMX. Okay, so CDMX, Mexico City. Also Mexico City, which I was so surprised is still completely shut down.
Right.
Like Playa del Carmen is way open compared to what's happening in Mexico City. There is not a restaurant that's open to sit-down service there.
I think that's so strange.
I know, right? Because I thought I was reading that they were opening.
Yeah.
Restaurants, but no, it's still para llevar.
Para llevar.
It's only to go stuff. There's no sit down seating, so that's sad. I saw a friend of mine when I was there for one evening,
Mm-hmm.
and it just, I don't know. I think he felt like it's still dire. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's like it's really
it's 25
bad
million
there.
people, and
Yeah.
it's like, Mexico City oftentimes doesn't do well with infection diseases, to start with.
Anyway, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's still closed there. I was like, I'm going to Mexico City.
Right.
I'm gonna get a good meal. I'm gonna pick my favorite restaurant. I'm like, no, I
no
got
such.
there. No. So a lot of Mexico's still closed, and so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, well, I guess we're fortunate, right, that things are opening up here. I mean, more so than in Mexico City, at least.
Absolutely.
Because we've been able to do, quite a few things, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. For this last week,
Right.
I feel like I'm my normal self again.
The weather's been nice, so we have nice weather going on.
Yeah.
Today is really nice in particular.
Super awesome.
Of course, I'm stuck here working, but what are you going to do?
We have some friends in the condo complex that are from Dallas, and they're back this week, so that's nice. She's my, what did I nickname her? My BFF, my best exercise. What it was?
BEF, best exercise friend.
Yeah, something like that. It's like her and I like to go out and bike ride, and go to the gym and get on the treadmill, and she's my exercise buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
I need that.
You need that. 'Cause it's not going to be me. I'm not exercising for shit.
Well, you've been like, I'm just working on this COVID thing.
Yeah, I'm trying not to catch COVID. That takes a lot of work.
So anyway, she's back in town, her and her husband and family. So I'm excited about that because I need my exercise buddy. And then my the swim gym, the swim club.
Yes.
Opening back up. So
but you're gonna let that demarinate for a little bit.
I am because
let them get their processes together.
I think so.
Oh, Libby wants to know what you were doing in Mexico City.
So in Mexico City, I went on a physical, what would you call it? I had to run and see a physician, a regular doctor's appointment.
Yes.
And I just decided to make the trip and go do it because it was time. And so I did that and picked up my medications and came right back. It was just a quick trip. So I tried to do it the week before, and I booked, I think I talked about this last time. I booked a early morning flight to go to Mexico City and then a late flight to come back. So I was trying to do it all in one day. But they canceled both of those flights. Mm-hmm. And I think it's because they were too overpacked at the airport.
Yeah.
Because it's the airports that are not only the planes, but the airports
are the ones that are restricting the number of travelers by their capacity. They probably can only have 1/3 or whatever it is. Yeah. So.
And in Cancun, what they're doing is only one terminal is open.
Out of 4.
Out of 4.
Yeah.
So they're at 25% capacity, I guess is what they're driving at.
What a shit show.
So Mexico City. So what did I do? Oh, I had a BurgerFi. I had BurgerFi Uber BurgerFi for my dinner.
Awesome.
And then I did go over to a friend's house and have a bottle of wine, and then that was the extent of my trip. The next day I got up and I just got ready to go back to the airport. So quick trip, but that's travel now.
Yeah.
So like in the reception or waiting areas or whatever in the airport, they have literally like paper signs saying that this seat's closed, this seat's closed, this seat's closed, on every other seat in the airport. So they don't want people
sitting next to each other.
They're still social distancing.
What a drag.
Well, it's like, they're just kicking it up a notch.
Yeah.
And did anybody and they took my temperature as well at the airport. So they're monitoring.
I want to know who owns the company that makes those little temperature guns because they're rich.
I wish it was Miller Incorporated.
Miller Incorporated. All we do is make stupid live streams, and we should be making.
We should be over here with our little our what do you call it? 3D printer.
3D printer, yeah, making thermometers.
Maybe that'll be our next project.
Yes.
Sometimes I wonder, it's like, seriously, are they really even like, do they work? Are they really getting readings? Like,
yeah.
You think so?
Oh, you saw those 2 little girls over at the Brazilian place. They're like, what number was it? Oh, it was da-da-da-da-da. It's like, okay. It's like, no, it was da-da-da-da-da. She's like, oh, okay. She's like getting it right. I'm like, does it really fucking matter, lady? It's like, it's like, the number that you say don't come in is a lot higher than that,
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you should say pass or fail.
Well, everybody's trying really hard.
They're trying very hard.
Everybody's trying very hard to
Yes.
work within the system.
Yes, I am happy they're being conscientious.
Yes. So like at the airport, when I I went into a restaurant to eat, they brought me a plastic disposable bag.
Yes.
So that when I took off my mask to eat, it had to be in that plastic disposable bag because I guess they didn't want it like rolling around their table or I don't know if they didn't want me getting my germs on them or if they didn't want their germs getting on my mask. I don't know. It was just a thing.
Yes.
So I'm like, well, plastic's making a comeback.
Right. Plastics. But you know what? And all that reduce, reuse, recycle, that all went out the bloody window, right?
Oh,
because disposables are more popular than ever now.
The guy had to come over and help me get it open. It was so thin and it was just I couldn't get it. I wasn't sure what I was even supposed to do with it.
Right.
So he helped me get it open, and then we got my mask off, and then put the mask in there, and it remained there on the table until I finished eating, and then I could put it.
Welcome to put it back on, filthy.
And then I left my plastic disposable mask bag there. So yeah, there was some little things like that are weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you need a bag for your mask. It was only one restaurant that happened in, so I don't know if that's like a norm.
I think it is a norm.
It didn't happen like on the plane or in the lounge or anywhere else. It was just that one restaurant. And
I don't know.
There were police officers that were, making rounds in the airport, and they seemed to be checking,
right,
looking around, and making sure that people were doing the right things.
Yeah.
But everybody was trying very hard.
Yes.
To follow processes.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, but menus are gone.
Yeah.
Here anyway, nobody's using menus anymore. Everybody's using the codes.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's the new normal.
I don't know.
The new normal, and also
I don't like it. I don't like any of it. I don't like any of it.
Well, what are you gonna do about it? Can you change the world?
Maybe.
You can't do it. You can't do anything.
I'm gonna write a really angry screed on Facebook, and I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna change the world with my You know what? I'm gonna repost something.
You're crazy. You're funny. You know you never leave this apartment.
Yeah, well.
Hardy. You did yesterday.
I did. I spent a lot of time outside the apartment. I voluntarily left.
I know.
Twice. I went
twice.
Like, yeah.
And then you were like, do you want to go out for dinner or stay in? And I was like, I want to go out because I know it's the last time you're going to leave this apartment until Friday.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
So we had a nice outing last night. So we moved the live stream to Mondays for a couple reasons.
Right.
One, trivia night
is on Tuesday.
And they have trivia night in Playa del Carmen for the expats on Tuesdays at a restaurant called Buzos.
Mm-hmm. And Denise says that she refuses to call it normal too. It's like, that's right. It's not normal, Denise. It's not normal. It's not right.
It's not right. It's just the new normal.
Yes.
But it's not right. I can agree to that.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're going to Buzos. And Buzos is spelled B-U-Z-O apostrophe S. Buzos, which means divers.
Yes.
Possessive.
Yes.
Not boozers, as in drinkers.
Buzos.
I think it's just a happy coincidence.
Do you think people would?
But it's a seafood restaurant, so it's not a it's not a dive bar. No. Dive bar. Get it?
But it's a dive restaurant.
It's a dive restaurant.
It's a restaurant for divers.
That's weird. Is it a dive bar or is it a dive restaurant? It's a dive restaurant in this case. Anyway.
Well, we've been going to that ever since we came to Playa del Carmen.
I think my mind short circuit.
You did. You got in a loop.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, we've been going to the trivia. And it's run by Liz, right? Liz runs it.
I'm not sure who's doing this one
Laura?
right now.
Anyway, so.
But the thing is, they stopped doing it for all the months of lockdown.
Yes.
Because restaurants weren't open. But since Buzos is open again, they're starting up the trivia.
So how does a team social distance?
I don't know. We're going to find out on Tuesday. So we started the live stream on Tuesdays, but we just found out tomorrow's the next live stream. So we're like, okay, we're moving till Monday.
And then we moved it to 5:30. Wait, when did we start this thing?
5:30.
5:30, because Monday Night Football is at 7. And
And when football season starts, we can't compete with that.
We can't compete with football.
But you know what we can do? We can bullshit a little bit until, the big game starts.
That's right. So if we, get it wrapped up by 6:30 or so Central, people can go to their bar or put their chicken wings in the oven or whatever else they do before the game starts.
Yeah. It's
another one of the services we provide.
We were thinking very hard about a good time and day and everything.
Yeah, we don't want to do it Wednesday because that's when I have my big meeting with my boss, and usually that's time just to go unwind.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, well, that's basically Friday, and we're not doing it on Friday. So
we're not doing it on the weekend. I was like, I could do it on the weekend, but it's got to be in the morning.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. No.
So anyway, so here we are. From now on, we're going to be Monday night at 5:30.
5:30, yes.
So I want to say congratulations to our niece, Jada Crabtree, who graduated today.
Jada. Yeah.
She had our graduation ceremony, and it's our first live stream high school graduation. Very exciting. It was so cool to see everybody.
The back of everybody's heads, you said?
Well, the back of the audience's head. I was like, they could have used you, Andy, because they needed somebody to set that up because it was their, live stream graduation. Of course, there wasn't a lot of probably, instructional videos out there on how to do it.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of curtain.
A lot of curtain.
A lot of curtain.
Was it like one camera?
I think it was 3. I think it might have been 3 cameras.
Huh.
But I don't know if they had the kids social distancing, but
Right.
the kids were probably 5 or 10 seconds apart
Sure.
walking across to go to their seats. This isn't to go to the stage.
Right.
So in between the kids coming in to walk to their seats, a lot of curtain. And then there was a camera on the educational people on stage and then the audience. Because
Yeah.
I was trying to see my brother and his wife and the rest of the family
Yeah.
where they were sitting, but I just saw the back of people's heads, so I was just guessing at who was who. And it was cool though to see everybody, to see Jada and get to see her graduation. And it kind of brings back memories, of other graduations you've been to, I've been to before.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
I don't know. You probably don't. That doesn't resonate with you, probably.
You mean
But
the Churchill graduation that I went to for my nephews, and there's like 8 billion
oh my
children who go
God.
through it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm very proud of both of them from having,
the graduation.
graduating and everything,
They were
but
big classes.
it's long,
Yeah.
man. It is a
It's a lot of
long
people.
time. It's a long,
Well,
long
that's
time.
part of it. That's just part of graduations.
My class was 201 or 202.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah. I think mine was around 250.
Yeah.
I was like right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's right in the middle.
I was right at the end.
Yeah. My mom's like, the middle's good.
That was bottom 10%.
I saw the pictures. You're just like, well, sad. I'm like, why did you look so sad at your graduation? You're like, I wasn't sure if I was going to get my diploma.
I wasn't going to get it. They pulled some strings.
Yeah. Well, and you're one of the smartest people I know. So.
Oh, well, you're so sweet.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
You did all right without it.
Yes.
No, with it.
With it, yeah.
You went on to like a lot of education after high school. I mean,
yeah,
a lot. But that's another story.
That's a topic for another live stream.
So congratulations
Libby
to Jada.
Libby says her class was 300, and she wants to come. Hold on. And she wants to come visit. Yeah.
We want her to come visit. And happy birthday to you, Libya.
Yeah. And
belated. And happy birthday to my sister Angie.
My dad was the 18th.
Dad. And happy Father's Day.
And Don Hancock was 19th or 20th.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to everybody. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Ange.
Okay. We're gonna call it.
Yes. Let me look at my list. Let's just talk 1 or 2 seconds about what's coming up. What are we doing coming up?
Coming up. We're going to have trivia.
We're going to trivia on Tuesday.
Yep.
That's mañana.
Sí.
En la noche. And what else?
Next scuba diving trip. We don't have another scuba diving trip planned yet.
No, but we are going to Cancun for over the July 4th weekend.
Yes.
So we're going to go to an all-inclusive where they're actually allowing tourists on the beach.
Yeah.
So we can lounge on the beach.
Yeah, gotta do,
like tourists.
Right. We're gonna take a vacation from the beach to go to the beach.
Yes, but actually be able to be on the beach. But it's all inclusive. It's in Cancun, and a couple of friends from San Antonio are coming.
Yeah.
So we'll get to hang out with them.
What else are we doing? Oh, and maybe go do a little sailing, do a little paddle boarding.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Over the July 4th weekend, and then you have your audit right
next
after
week.
that.
Yeah.
Right after the July 4th weekend, and I don't know. I guess that's as far as our plans go for now.
Your birthday's coming up.
I know. When you said that the other day, I
lost your
flipped.
shit.
Yeah, because my birthday is coming up. Through all the things I've been thinking about this year, my birthday
not on the radar.
Crossed my mind.
Yeah.
And then I was like, holy hell. Not cool, man.
Not cool, Bim. Not cool, Bim.
So that's the middle of July.
Yes.
So I don't know. I think I'll be all my boxes will be checked by the time that comes.
Yeah.
I'll be happy. Happy. So maybe I'll need a bean feast. I don't know.
Maybe. I think a bean feast will be in order. Oh, Libby says that Andy is my hero. You must mean somebody else, Libby. But thank you very
Andy
much. You're
Griffith?
Yeah.
So no, things have been good. Things are letting up, and I guess join us next Monday at 5:30 if you get a chance.
Yeah.
And
we'll get the announcement out sooner this time so that more people are aware. 'Cause I only put it out this morning.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
So we're doing things to make it better every week, and we hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
We would love any feedback that you have for us. And I guess that's it.
Yeah,
Thanks
that's
for
it. Oh,
talking to
Libby
us.
says that you're going to have a Zoom party for your birthday. So there you have it.
I think Libby and Ralphie and the boys should come to Playa del Carmen
There
for
you
my
go.
birthday.
Now you're talking.
So thank you for talking with us, everyone. And until next time, stay okay.
Stay okay. Let me get to that. Where's the thing? There it is.